We are from fifth group. Let me introduce myself and my partner to you. I'm Elyta Siregar with ID 11S18063 and my partner.
My name is Gorga Siagian with ID 11S18045.
My name is Syryani Siahaan with ID 11S18012.
Well, we want to present about Absensi Online project.
The online attendance application is very useful in situations like this where conducting remote lectures. Lecturers can do attendance through online attendance application. The online attendance application has a lecturer user and a student users. The function of the two users are as follows. First, lecturer users, creating courses, displaying courses data, creating student data, displaying student data, updating attendance or absence. And the second, student users displays the attendance percentage of students for which data has been met by the lecturer user. The online attendance application that we design runs well, so we test the application. The testing techniques or methods we do are: first, black box testing; second, test using Cucumber; third, test using robot framework. Before we test the web, there are 10 functions that we want to test. The first function is lecturer registration page. On this lecturer registration page, when the lecturer has not accessed the application, the lecturer must register on this page. The second, lecturer login page. In the function of the lecturer login page, the lecturer can log in when they have registered on the registration page. Third, create new course form page. On this page, the function is to create new courses for attendance.
Fourth, course list page. The function of this page is to display a list of courses that have been created on the create a new course page. 5. A student form page. The function of this page is to create a new student data that will be absent according to the course being made. 6. Student list page. Page function displays student data that has been created on the add student page. 7. Attendance update page. Function to perform attendance to students.
Feature is student login from page. On the page to see the percentage of student attendance when logged in. Next, logout student page. Logout from the main student dashboard. Next, logout lecturer page. Logout from the main dashboard of the lecturer.
First is black box testing. For black box testing, I will present only 3 application functions, but in the document report, I test 10 functions. First is lecturer registration page. In this lecturer registration page function there are 5 different scenario tests and test cases with the different expected results. That we can see, the test result is according to expectation as the 5 different scenario tests, and the conclusion is valid. There are the test screenshot. Next, the second function is courses list page. In this function, I with two different test scenario and 2 different test case, and the expected result is the test result is according to expectation with 2 different test scenario, and the conclusion is valid. And there are the test screenshot for the 2 different test scenario. The third is logout student page. For the logout student page, there are 1 test scenario. Case is click profile on top right and click logout. The conclusion is valid, and there are the test screenshot.
I'll be testing the add student feature. In this test, we first make the Gherkin scenario. This scenario is the stage that the user will go through in the order to use the add student function. Here the scenario that I create. After creating a scenario, I create a runner class to run the scenario. Then I add a new class for the step definition of the scenario. This class is used to create Java code that will run this scenario. When I running the runner class, Sasambar will open the application in Chrome and the application according to the scenario that I have previously created. First, the user has opened Chrome and opened its application in the Chrome. Then user clicks Start Login. User fills the email and password and clicks the login button. Then user clicks the Add Student button and fills the request student data, and finally student will add successfully. In the attendance update function, it is the same as the Add Student function, which is to create a scenario first. The scenario for this function is like different. The scenario for attendance update that I made is after creating a scenario, I create a runner class to run the scenario. Then I add a new class for the step definition of the scenario. This class is used to create Java code that will run this scenario. When running this runner class, Sasamber will open the application in Chrome and run the application according to the scenario that I have previously created. We run runner class. First, the user has opened Chrome and opened its application in Chrome. The user clicks Start Login. Then the user fills the email and password, then user login button. Then the user clicks the attendance update button. Then the user fills in the request student data. And finally manages to add attendance.
Next, I will describe test this project with robot framework. First, the feature is course list feature. This is the scenario of this feature. Open browser, click element staff login, input text, email address in text field, input text password in text field, click element button login, click link course list in browser. And there is one variation, valid email and valid password. This is the test case. This is the view of browser when we test with robot framework, and this is the test report. The second is login feature, and this is the scenario. Open browser, user click link staff login, user input email address in text field, user input password in text field, user click button login. And this is the test frame login feature. There are four variation: valid email with valid password. The second is valid email and invalid password. The third is invalid email and valid password. And last is invalid email and invalid password. This is the first variation. The test case is this, and the view of browser is like this. And this is the test report of first variation. The second is second variation. This is the test case. And this is the view of the snippet of browser when the password is invalid. And this is the test report. And the third variation, like before, this is the test case, and this is the browser when we testing, and this is the report test. And last variation is the test case is this, and the browser is like this. Okay, that's all our presentation. Thank you.